Welcome to DWI, where we are your hosts. That's Duve, that's the D, that's Wax, that's the W, and I'm Illy. So together we are DWI, and it is episode 28. Fellas, 28 of them things, man.
That's crazy.
What the fuck, Wax?
Let's go. Shit, we've been doing this for a minute, y'all.
They thought we was gonna go away. Like we was just like a little taste of the COVID, and then we just came and then like it was a fad.
We're here for a while. We're here for good.
Word. But nah, man, on some serious shit though, fellas, 28, and I'm feeling fucking great. So listen, so much has happened, fellas, over the fucking weekend, over the last couple of weekends that we didn't get a chance to cover for whatever reason, but we get ready to do it right now.
I'm with it.
So let's dive straight into it. For those of y'all who don't know that won that battle, dude, can you cue up the music, please, sir?
Man, Israel.
That motherfucker snapped out. To win that motherfucking battle, he had to dig directly in the motherfucking crates. Come out with the summer banger, because you know that shit's going hot. Like, it's going to be hot for the rest of the summer, bro.
Yeah, it is. They're going crazy.
Still, it's on every video.
It's on church videos. It's on little kids up here and plays and shit. They ending the fucking school year with that shit. Moms all doing a gritty to it. Like, I seen so much work being done to that shit, bro.
Right. Yeah, he definitely won this one hands down. You know what I mean? He did. Shout out to Phil, called it the whole way around. You know what I mean? Like, he could take his victory lap.
That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Thanks, J. Cole, for bowing out so damn early.
That motherfucker knew what was happening, man. This was going to be a crazy-ass battle that you had to take the gloves off for, and J. Cole knew that.
That nigga broke his leg fresh out of the gate.
He's like, all the Zoe and shit, he's like, oh, but I'm not going to be able to make it. Something happened. As soon as I was leaving to get in the Ferrari, my leg.
If he was a horse, he'd be glue right by. He'd be glue. They'd have made that nigga into glue.
Wow.
And the horse ham hocks down in Mexico.
Dumb. His feet would have been the first thing to go. He'd have had bubble yum packages all over the hood of his feet, J. Cole. They'd have been like, you know this is that new J. Cole. Blowing bubbles and shit.
Right.
But yeah, I'd like to say, I told y'all motherfuckers, and I don't mean y'all at home, I ain't got nothing but love. I told y'all that J. Cole wanted no parts when y'all wanted to vote for him. So, when that happened, inadvertently, me being the lone wolf, I'm up here and you two are on Drake Island.
No.
That's where y'all are now, and there's no communications, and there's no way back.
No. We was never on Drake Island.
And listen, there's coconut water over there, but them coconuts are bad. Like, everybody knows that those trees was grown in fucking...
the coconuts aren't ripe yet.
They're never ripe.
They're still young coconuts.
Them coconuts are for. Like, Drake's like, yeah, man, everything's young here, man. The coconuts, like, nah.
When the coconuts get too old, he chops the tree down and plants another baby coconut tree. Freaky ass nigga.
He's 69.
He's a freaky ass nigga, 69 God.
Alright, listen, man.
Freaky
y'all
ass
motherfuckers
nigga.
is so wild, yeah. What about last night? Did y'all see the boy Tyson Fury? I think I'm saying it with the French accent. I mean, is it French?
Yeah.
Fury.
I didn't even see. Who did he win?
Oh my God! It was the exact opposite.
He got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Who'd he fight?
He fought Usyk last night.
Yeah. And lost.
He got his ass beat. That motherfucker was like...
Was it for the belt?
Mm-hmm. Can I put it to you like this? He had fucking 2 Bluetooth speakers inside of his fucking boxing gloves, and he was hitting him with J. Cole playing through those speakers, talking about putting him in the fucking bed, like, can I but bling, bling. I mean, that motherfucker, dude, he was hitting him with them hammers.
Yeah. Listen, could it be because he was fucking around fighting UFC fighters before this and not really taking this shit serious like he should have been?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not going to give him that.
You just don't think he's been that good? You think he's been overrated the whole time?
Bingo. I felt like every time that he had a chance, and even in this fight, man, motherfucker fell down, put his knee down in this fight, excuse me, Wax, and he was saved by the fucking bell.
Right.
Like, he always finds a way to save himself, like at the last minute. Like, remember Hulk Hogan back in the day when we was watching wrestling, swearing to God it was real? He'd fall off a fucking tightrope. He'd fall off the top rope and fucking hit his head bit.
They grab his arm.
And then on that third one, they be like, no, you gotta let it fall a little bit.
And then his eyes be like,
He starts shaking his head.
like, what?
Truth be told, he did that whenever he fought old boy. Wilder. Yeah, because like he got knocked down and was almost out.
Right.
That motherfucker hit him with that left piece, man.
And then
absolutely
right. And then popped up like the Undertaker.
Boom.
But yeah, I mean, you might be right. He might just not have been that good. I don't know, or maybe just the heavyweight division is just so watered down that finally got some. And he's not young.
No, he's 35.
Right.
Shit, I mean, like in boxing, that's still old.
Right.
Even though there have been fighters that fought past 35. 35 in any fucking sport or you know what I'm saying?
Work.
Is kind of washed.
It's getting there. It's getting out there.
Yes, sir.
I will say this, Wax. In a situation that I watched last night, I'm gonna talk to these guys too, because I'm addressing you guys because you're here in the studio, but at the same time, this goes out to you guys.
Okay.
If there's anybody out there that does any type of audio and video, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need a mashup of last night's fight to Mario Brothers, because the way that motherfucker was hitting Tyson Fury, dude, it could have easily went like boo-doo, boo, boo-doo, boo.
Right.
Boo. Like, that motherfucker gave him the blues. I seen him get his head punched in for fucking 12 rounds. He had him in height and weight. So
Right.
we
I got a couple of the clips right now. So I'm gonna put them out real quick.
Yeah, he looks like he's in trouble right there.
So he had him by height and weight, man.
Bink, bink.
Look, he's taunting him right now.
I have to say, he is the truth, though. I fuck
Tyson?
I fuck with Tyson Fury.
He reminds me of Butterbean, Wax, or fucking what's the dude's name?
He's trouble right now.
Boo boo. Watch, here it comes. Boo doo.
Bing, bing.
Here it comes. Boo. That motherfucker.
I'm glad they started counting and then just like wave the fight off.
Right.
But dude, go
You know
back.
what I mean?
Go back a little bit and go back where his knee dips. Now you see the giant, like he's not equipped.
Right here?
No, go back. Yeah, right there. See where his right knee dipped and touched the floor? Look, he can't do nothing with it because those are called flurries. And them shits is coming at an alarming rate. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Look at his knee. See his right knee?
Yeah, he had nothing left.
No, because he got outboxed. This is a skill set sport, man. This is one of those sports you can't fake it, Wax.
No.
You gotta know how to dance out
I was
there.
about to say, you can't play boxing.
No.
Right.
You got to fight, and that dude was whooping his ass.
So for Tyson Fury, I appreciate you being a guy that is resilient enough to get up, but I feel like you have a tiny bit of help from the referees from time to time. And I'm not saying you get out there and fight me. I'm not a boxer. I don't have to.
You gonna fight him with
Oh, goodness. Yes. Yes.
Shit,
Yes.
we're gonna have to clap at him like.
And I don't know if a regular would have worked. It might have to be what it sounds like. Ooh, sorry, my bad. I didn't know. Ooh, sorry. You got me in my count. Like that motherfucker gonna be running around here limping and shit.
Right.
Like, but nah, without that, with that being said, man, he's a dope ass boxer. But last night, he got those hands put on him, man. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I can address it. Hands were put on that young man, dude. So
Yeah, it looked like it.
yeah, he got his ass kicked.
And I didn't even know. I'm tripping because I didn't even pay no attention. I was doing other shit.
And like Wax was saying about, or was that you, about him fighting them AFC or them MMA boxers?
That was Wax, yeah.
like Wax was talking about, like, does that take a little bit away? Hell yeah. This kid has been training to beat Tyson Fury the whole time he's been fighting.
And shit, he got beat by Ngannou, really. Ngannou was beating his ass, and he's not even a boxer, so.
Because you saw what happened whenever he fought old boy from England.
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, he knocked him out and then gazed into the crowd like, you know what I mean? It looked like some superhero shit. He punched that motherfucker, watched him fall, and just stood it like, I don't know.
But they still say that shit was a draw, bro. And he kept the belt. But last night, that motherfucker went home with his regular belt on and shit, and that had to feel fucking empty.
Right.
Like just putting your clothes up, putting them on without that fucking intercontinental chair
strap.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And that motherfucker came out walking with a white beater on with that bitch fat over his fucking shoulder and shit, talking about, all right, bud. He put a chew in after the fight and shit. That motherfucker beat his ass, put a chew in and shit, did a quick one of these, like, fat, put that belt on, and walked right past him, like, all right, bud. And tipped his hat. He gave him a good old-fashioned ass whooping.
Right.
So that's all I got to say about that. But moving forward, man. Hey, Wax, what was up with that Neurolink shit you was telling me about, man?
Oh, man. It's the mark of the beast. It's basically Elon Musk found a way to put like a computer chip into a handicapped man's brain.
Okay.
And it gives him abilities to like send emails or like control like a Roomba or, you know what I mean? It's like
anything Bluetooth capable,
pretty much. I'll send that. I'll play that shit that you sent me.
Please do, because like
this shit is
you guys
crazy.
you guys have to peep this. This is like what they're doing right as we speak.
But don't play shit, dude. Don't play a damn thing until they subscribe, share, and click like.
Yes.
Hit that notification bell so you know when we dropping something new.
That Noti gang.
What does it cost them at home to do that?
It's totally free. It costs you nothing to support our channel by hitting like, subscribe, and maybe a comment or two.
Man, we'd love to hear what you guys feel about anything we've touched as far as information-wise coming from our mouth to your ears. Right. So, dude, go ahead and hit them with that video, man.
Right.
Imagine controlling your phone with your mind. Elon Musk's Neurolink has done it. They've implanted a brain chip in a human for the first time using a robot surgeon. This small device, size of a coin, is now sitting in someone's brain, picking up neuron spikes. And what can it do? Well, for starters, it could help people with paralysis control devices just by thinking. But that's not all. Neuralink's big dream is telepathy, sending texts, opening apps, all hands-free. Imagine...
All right, here's my thing. You mean to tell me they haven't had the cure for cancer and or AIDS, but they can come out with something like this?
Right.
Good point.
That's one. Two, I don't want that chip having all kind of access to my thoughts. What if I send the wrong message to somebody?
Right.
I'll be running around here like there's a lot of stuff going on up in there, man. I'll send the preacher all kind of damn, you know what I mean?
Or like if you drunk or sleep, like what if it's you just sleep texting people?
Having dreams and shit.
Yeah, just on some wild shit.
Like, how does that affect that portion of your brain?
Yeah, it's some wild shit to even think that that's even possible.
Right.
Does it turn you into a robot?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just, go ahead, Wax.
My bad. I was going to say, it would be different if it helped him walk or, you know, if it had like abilities to make you live longer or something like that. But, I mean, it's cool, but like, I don't think a brain operation is cool enough to just be able to send text messages. Like it's not worth it.
No.
Like I said, unless you're like you said, if you're paraplegic, if you can't do nothing on your own, I can understand why people would want that.
That would be dope in that retrospect.
But for regular people, us normal people, not normal people, but for able-bodied people, you know what I mean? Like it's for able-bodied people, like it's not necessary. It's just like it's just another way to be lazy.
Well, here's my thoughts. Everything's going to electric. Everything. what happens if that chip falls off the grid or if it falls into somebody diabolical's hands? And they're sitting up there controlling shit now.
You just short circuit and shit.
And then start shitting on yourself, going through all kind of changes, get up, doing the Macarena, everything. Like, seriously.
Listen,
if they can steal your credit card information, you don't think they'll be able to control those chips?
They might be able to now. You never know. I'm just waiting to see how they're going to try to intertwine that with, like, AI. You know what I mean? Because then we're really going to be in some shit. Like,
I mean, they got to put this chip inside. Like, first of all, the process that we just watched is drill a hole in your brain.
Right.
In your skull, excuse me.
Right.
You lost me right there. Like, that's when I get out of the line. Like, I'm sitting up there with my tickets and shit, just running my mouth and line. Yeah. So I was telling this motherfucker, I said, listen, dump the bitch. Next. And then, you know, the first thing kind of, hey, man, so what happens in this line? Oh, you don't know? They got to drill a hole in your head. As soon as they hear that, like, and then he's like pausing and talking. As soon as he opens his eyes back, he just sees the ticket on the ground.
I mean, yeah. And
I'm out.
You got to think, and this is just where it's at now. So just imagine 20 years from now when, like, everybody that's born has to have one right after they get circumcised and shit. They do two things: a snip it and then stick something in the back of your head. And now you're, you know what I mean, a fucking robot person forever. And then, you know, if you can control computers, that means the computers can probably control you.
Yes.
And they're going to be telling you what to think, telling you how to feel.
it's the mark of the beast.
Right, you won't even have your own free will anymore. That'll be some weird shit.
Wow.
And you're walking around with a power button on your head.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just crazy to me.
So if you get to learning too much shit, they can just shut you down right then and there. You just pass out right on the street.
It don't seem worth it just to be able to, like,
It's not beneficial.
Yeah,
like you just sit there and thinking and shit like, oh my God, these lights are killing me.
Right.
And then like all of a sudden them bitches go to like fucking.
It's like, how lazy can you be? Like, we already have, your phone does everything you need anyway. So like, how lazy were your phone's like, I don't feel like grabbing my phone, so. Right. Lights come down and the shower starts. Like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah. And is it waterproof?
Good question.
It has to be.
If it's inside your brain, I assume it would be.
But here's the
It's
thing.
not inside. It's like there's a button. Like I kid you not. There's like a little button on the top of this dude's head. If they show it, it's like a little power button. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Wild to me.
anything like that requires maintenance, like anything else. What do? Go to the fucking shop and get a tune-up and shit? Get gigabytes?
Right.
If you fail to pay that motherfucking bill every month, they shut you down. You gonna be just running around stupid as fuck.
I was about to say, plus, what if you're somewhere where they don't have the internet?
Or service, for that matter.
That's what I mean. Like, then what? Then you're just walking around with a button on your head.
Right.
Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, what's next,
so
though?
The first guy that got a Neurolink chip
What's
in his
next?
brain
Right.
is what looks like a paraplegic, and he's able to move a mouse around a computer, and he's able to move a computer with his mind. He's able to move the computer with his brain. I don't know, man. I'm getting bad vibes from all this. Maybe I'm a Luddite, but I'm getting like weird vibes from all this.
I'm paralyzed from below the shoulders. I love playing chess, and so this is one of the things that y'all have enabled me to do, something that I wasn't able to really do much the last few years, especially not like this. It's all being done with my brain. If y'all can see the cursor moving around the screen.
I'm not for people getting chips in their bodies. Just no. I've read too much of the Bible. I just think it just creeps me out. Maybe I can be convinced.
Yeah. I mean, that's some wild shit. Some wild shit.
And you gotta be so far ahead in your mind state to think all of these years after the fact. Because I've been hearing this shit forever as far as chips and BIM and like since the 80s at least. Mm-hmm. Here it is, damn near 40 years after the last time I heard this. But at the same time, think about how far up the road you have to think in order to have something that can control you. Like, how did they know it was going to be a chip? Honestly, how did they know? Or is that back to what I was saying about art imitating life? Are we now trying to build something that was like a biblical thing that they now found out a way to actually do that?
Right.
Like the scientists that can be trying to figure out ways to...
Like you said, it could be life. Like you said, it's life imitating art at some point. You know what I mean? Because think about like Star Trek, right? How they had these communicators and they had the thing where you can see people. They didn't have that back in the day, and now we do. Did they develop that because they saw that on Star Trek, or was it the other way around? You know what I mean? Did Star Trek know something before? You know what I mean? Not just necessarily Star Trek, but just in general, like sci-fi shows.
Right. I was gonna say they gave us the ups to this, but what's the downs? Like, I mean, like what bad can happen from doing this to yourself?
Well, here's the deal. Y'all seen that movie where like somebody like does an attack on like the what was it? It just came out not too long ago. I think I can't remember the actress that was in it, but they had all those Teslas piled up.
Oh yeah, that's on Netflix.
Yeah, that part.
Right.
That could happen.
But just with people.
A cyber attack.
Right.
Right.
It was a complete cyber attack, and they just had that shut down. So imagine if you can control people, what would happen?
I was gonna say, man, like, how much money do you have to be able to play God? Because that's kind of what it seems like he's doing, right? Or is that just to me?
Who's he? Elon Musk?
Yeah.
I don't know, but like...
And how much money is too much money? Like, shit. What do you got to do to get that much money? Like, is it worth it?
To create something like that, to be able to control whatever you need to control as far as, dang, that's deep.
And then they disguise it like, it'll help people. And it will help, like that guy, you know what I mean? He was able to play chess, but like... But like I said, like, what's it going to do for people that can be able to think and turn somebody's car into a weapon or some shit like that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Hackers and shit. Spammers, you know, because there's some scammers out here.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we got the upside to it. What's the downside? Like, why aren't they telling us what bad can happen? You know, what's the drawback from actually getting this surgery?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, Wax, everything's always left out on every flip side of everything. They don't have on the side of a bag of Fruit Loops that you will require to get an insulin shot if you eat 4,000 bags of this back to back. So you'll never see the downside to anything. They don't put on McFlurries.
But, I mean, they do with medicines and shit. You know what I mean? They always give you like, all right, well, this also can happen.
Well, don't drive. It'll make you drowsy.
No, I'm saying like diarrhea, your anus starts bleeding, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always give you the downside to like the medicines, I guess.
Right.
But like, what's the downside to this? Because it can't be all good.
I'm saying a cyber attack.
That's a great observation. But like, why aren't they coming out and saying this could make your brain bleed, or, you know?
Because they want motherfuckers to do it.
And that's the fine print that they don't have to say.
Right.
That's that fine print that they may put down at the very bottom of the page.
Because if they say that, then everybody's gonna be like, hell no.
Right.
Like, that's why when like you talking about the drugs, they say that, but they say it real fast and real low. Like you said, like, this substance can make you poop blood and do all kind of nasty shit to yourself. But they'll tell you all the good shit real loud. Like, do you feel great? Do you want to feel like butterflies are flying around you? Well, take this shit. And then, but you know, this shit will make you fuck animals.
I think it's dangerous that we're even in this part of time where we're fucking with people's brains and shit. I mean, like, we'll see. I hope, you know, it has more health benefits in the future, because like being able to play chess and shit just ain't worth it to me.
Hell no.
Or send text messages or turn the lights down. Like, that shit ain't worth it.
Because if that's the case, they should be able to. If you can figure out to put something in somebody's head, you can do the same thing with his arms and legs.
I just seen a video.
I just seen a video down to his hands and arms and have everything moving and moving.
Listen, I just seen a video right here. How mind controlled bionic arms fuse to the body. So they have it where you can just hook the shit to your arm and be able to grab stuff and use it. So Just imagine if you had 4 arms and 2 arms and 2 legs or bionic.
Adding extra shit.
Right.
Like, we're going to keep your legs. Like, when you get a kidney transplant, they don't remove the kidney. They put the other kidney and connect it to both of those other kidneys. So, like, they're going to put an extra set of arms and legs. Like, it worked.
Right.
Dr. Oz.
Hell yeah, you're going to be walking around with all this extra shit that you don't need. Like, well, can you do something about the ones that don't work? Like, no, it's a fashion statement, baby. Go ahead, work it.
Shit is wild, bro.
So that shit's crazy though, man. The downside is not worth it. I don't think.
Bro, the surgery, Wax, I told you, the moment I get to that office and they say that there's some skull drilling happening, I'm out. Like, I'm going to be like, hey, does anybody want this ticket? Like, I'm out of the procedure, all of that shit. And if that's the case, like I said, they should be able to have a cure for everything that's already been out. We're trying to come out with shit to cover up some extra shit.
Right.
Like, find a cure for these things here first, and then
start dabbling with all that extra.
Bag the shit up first, then get money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Find the cancer cure.
Right. And it's just like we're skipping around all of that and trying to create. We might not have the cure for all of that, but on the flip side, we have this surgery you can get. Like, it doesn't make everything all better.
Shit, find a cure for a common cold, then get money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's so much shit we could be trying to figure out other than this.
Oh, and if they can find a cure for what's been ailment, like it's been like a utter peril in each hood and each community since the beginning of time, and that's bitch assness. If they can come up with something for that, for all the bitch ass niggas,
right?
And that means anybody who's not playing by the rules is a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
So,
if you don't subscribe, like, or comment,
okay,
you're a
bitch ass nigga. So, with that being said, moving forward.
Hey, did y'all see the press conference? Did y'all see the Tyson Jake Paul press conference?
Dude, it's getting close.
It's coming up.
July 20th.
I didn't see it, but it's right here. I'm about to pull it up real quick.
All right, please do, because I'd love to see what that has to. That circus is looking like with Jake Paul.
Right.
Jake is gonna kill that white boy.
Hey, Dallas, shut the fuck up. Y'all keep booing, I'ma keep doing. Bunch of bitches. That's how y'all wanna do it? Let's fucking do it. Keep booing, I keep doing.
Listen, I started Jake off and I'ma finish him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, come on, fuck Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul.
Pause it right
Jake
there,
Paul.
dude. Can you rewind it back just a tiny bit? Because if I'm not mistaken, Mike Tyson looked like a bite-sized James Harrison sitting there right now. Just a little bit when they had like more of a scope on like Mike Tyson sitting there moving around. That might be it. You might be right on cue, bruh. Because that motherfucker looks like a mini James Harrison.
Yeah, come on, fuck Jake Paul. 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 I like that shit. Yeah. Hey, I hope y'all keep that same energy when I knock this old man the fuck out.
Mike Tyson
58.
is risking serious injury against a powerful 27-year-old who is in his prime. What do you say to that?
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off over there. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Hey, Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas.
I'm better. I'm better.
No,
and I'm gonna end you quicker than he did. And you'll remember that forever. You started me off. I appreciate that, Mike. I love you. I love you. Like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, old man.
Okay, I love you too.
Now listen, that's not the Mike that I know. Because not too long ago, we covered a piece when we was talking about what Mike was going to do to Lennox Lewis's children. he was gonna fricassee those motherfuckers on a Thursday at the Catalina wine mixer while drinking a nice Chianti. You dig it? And eat them with a side of fava beans. But this Mike here, this motherfucker is like Grandpat Mike. Like, he's like, grandson, you better watch it now.
Right. He's a little subdued. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I have reservations about the whole thing. Like, I want him to knock Jake Paul's motherfucking ass out, but we'll see.
Did they come out with the rules on how this fight's gonna go?
Yeah, I think it's like 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Which plays into Tyson. It's better for him.
Yeah,
2
It
minutes
is, but it makes the fight go faster.
True.
It makes action happen faster too,
Right.
though. Like if there's 2-minute rounds, you have enough time to throw a couple flurries and then the bell rings. So hopefully he gets to it. Because like I said before, if it goes past 2, maybe 3 rounds, it probably ain't gonna look good for Tyson.
Right.
I'm not. Listen, 1 minute, 27 seconds, KO. That motherfucker's gonna hit that motherfucker in the shoulders, and he ain't gonna be able to move his arms, and he's gonna hit him right on the chin, and it's gonna be good night.
I hope so.
Let's get back to this.
Nigga, he couldn't even knock out Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is 40 pounds. How you gonna knock me out? What's the other guy? Anderson Silva. He didn't knock those little guys. How you gonna knock me out? Listen, we're here. We did enough talking. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah. So, what y'all think so far?
I mean, I'm not impressed by the tomfoolery that they got going on back and forth, but I mean, the outcome is gonna be the outcome.
Right. I mean, that's how you got to promote the fight. So they doing it. But and Mike's, like I said, Mike's almost 60, so he's not going to be the same monster that he was in the 80s.
I get it, but at the same time, this is something that he's good at.
Like, Mike didn't do too much talking in the 80s anyway. That nigga just put the towel on, had that one note playing when he came out, and went out and whooped some ass.
It's like anybody that's great at their craft and performing and doing what they do. Chef Ramsay, he's going to be an asshole till the end of times. When he turns 60, does that mean he's not going to be able to cook? No. That means he's still going to be fantastic at cooking. He just might not be at the level that he was at when he was 30. So Mike's going to deliver because this is what the fuck Mike does.
Right.
That young man, Paul, he's a rookie, man. He ain't been through
He's not even that. He's an amateur.
That's what I mean. He ain't been through shit, man. Mike's been through wars out there, man.
Right.
So it's like, kudos for wanting to fight Tyson, but this is crazy. And it's like, that paycheck has to be something serious, man. Like I told you, man, y'all asked me how much. I said $500 million. You think I'm bullshitting? And it's not the fact that it's, like, well, that's what I think I can get. I know I can get that. I need that to feel comfortable because I'm going to have to be living with some shit. Like, all of a sudden, I wake up at 3 in the morning like, like, bruh, that shit's going to have you fucking fucked up. Like,
hell yeah.
Right.
So I need that.
Like, I'm rooting for Tyson, but he better do it soon, man. Because like, if it starts to get to like the 5th, 6th round, I don't see him pulling that one out.
Right.
Mike kind of looked like a deer in headlights during that press conference, which isn't. I don't know, man. It's
not a good look.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little bit worried.
He's not.
If you say so.
He's not. And I'm saying that as confident as the game said Eminem's not better than me. He's not. He's not worried about none of that shit.
Right.
That motherfucker worries about fucking passing stool more than he worries about this fight at fucking 58. Like, I haven't shit in 3 days. Like, that's more of a concern than this fight, trust me.
I hope so.
That motherfucker's gonna beat hell's fire out that boy. That's just what's gonna happen.
Good luck,
He's gonna get a good old-fashioned ass whooping. We cannot forget that this is Iron Mike Tyson.
Do you remember him fighting Roy Jones Jr.?
Do you know Nato Jacobs?
Yep.
Do you know Nato Jacobs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I do know of Roy Jones Jr. and who he is.
Do you remember that fight?
I do.
I'm asking you.
I do.
And how did you think they fared?
I mean, Roy Jones Jr. is a professional wax.
Okay.
And he's done a lot of dealing out there and wheeling and dealing.
All right. But Mike A didn't knock him out, and the fight was a draw.
I get that, but them motherfuckers was going half speed just for the bag. This motherfucker right here is different. Like, he don't have the fucking reaction from Mike's fucking work. Roy does. He knows how to fucking... Come on, bruh.
I'm saying, man, like, did Mike Tyson impress you during that fight? Is what I'm basically getting to.
No, but he had a couple of flurries.
What makes you think he's going to impress you during this?
Because Roy Jones was said it. He was like, man, that motherfucker hits hard.
Okay, but he didn't knock him out.
This motherfucker's gonna get hit hard, bro. Trust me.
That's a given.
He might punch him in the stomach and fucking.
What I'm saying is, do you think Tyson's gonna knock him out? Is what you're basically coming down to?
A minute and 27 seconds is how long that fight's gonna last.
In the first round?
In the first round.
I hope you're right, but I don't see that.
You know Phil lives in Narnia, right?
Yeah, and he loves jumping out the window.
I do love jumping out the window because I land on my feet, unlike you two. Like,
I know, because we don't jump out the window.
Because you're scared.
At least scale down that motherfucker.
Y'all motherfuckers.
We get to the ground safely.
Y'all scaled out and fell down and start sliding down and fucking scratching
the rope.
On the bottom, watching you jump out.
Right.
Like, we're looking up, watching you tumble to your death.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers is little kittens, and I'm like, go to bed, fellas.
Listen,
I've been talking to me.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right, but I don't see it going down like that in the first round. I just don't see it.
Well, I agree to disagree. We're going to figure out what happens in July.
Amen.
Hey, now, on to some other shit. Did y'all see that fucking Diddy and Cassie shit?
That was crazy.
The two videos is Diddy, just doing her dirty, and then there's the Diddy apology, where this nigga's apologizing, acting like he supposed to get some sympathy for this shit.
He went and got help.
Okay.
He said he went and got help. He said he seeked help and like he's fixed.
Yo, Diddy, you ain't shit for that, bro.
You're a dickhead, Diddy.
That was
you ain't shit for that.
Your career, as we know, is over.
He still owns the label, so I'm sure that if he comes out with a hot new artist, they're not gonna be like, fuck him.
Yes, they will. Fuck that. That shit's a rap.
He's radioactive right now.
Because
nobody wants to be around him.
No, he don't. No distributor's gonna distribute that shit. Nobody's gonna play that shit.
Y'all's up here acting like they're going to a pod shop like, this Diddy? Oh, this is hot as shit. I don't need it.
Facts. That's how it is.
Wow.
Especially nowadays, right? Once you get that death sentence, it's over.
Once there's video evidence of you doing some fuck shit, it's a wrap, bro. Like, he ain't gonna be take that no more. If he is, it's gonna be on Cell Block 1.
Yeah, I was about to say, you better never go to Cell Block 1.
That motherfucker kicked that girl like he was trying out for the fucking Indiana fucking Colts.
Right. I ain't laughing at the fact that he kicked Cassie.
Nah, because that ain't funny, but the fact that he reared back and ran up on it, I'm like, damn, bruh. If it was footage of him kicking a guy like that, it'd be different. And I'm not supporting fucking any type of fucking shit like that. Violence or abuse. You dig what I'm saying? We don't stand for that shit.
Right. That's why I'm not even gonna pull up the video. You all saw it.
Right.
Diddy, you're going to hell for that one, bro. And other shit.
But it's like, what he's going in, I myself personally like to let a motherfucker go through what they going through without scrutinizing or adding fuel to the fire.
Fuck that.
But when it's public like that, it's just like hard to avoid it, bro.
Right. Because we've been kind of off of that, you know what I mean? We ain't really went in on Diddy like that because it's all been speculation and shit. But now that it's like actual video proof of you doing some fuck shit, it's like, bruh, like
they see it, the real.
We can't just we can't glaze over that shit.
Or unsee it.
Right.
And this is just the beginning. Like, wait till I'm sure there's probably more shit out there for them to expose.
Right.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
And they said that video was out since 2016.
Exactly.
Right.
So I don't know.
Like, why are we just now seeing it? You know what I mean?
Who had it this whole time?
That's what I mean. Like, where
Somebody
did this shit come from?
Hello.
They made that call.
Dude, you said this a couple weeks ago. Diddy pissed somebody the fuck off.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
because they made the call, and now it's everybody. It's everybody's allowed to shit on Diddy.
Wow.
And rightfully so. Right at this point, like, so if he would do that in a hotel when he know there's cameras, just imagine the shit he do when there ain't no cameras.
Right.
Like, that ain't the only time he snapped out. He act like that was the only time. Like, nah, you've been doing that shit for a long time, bro. You don't just jump into kicking girls in the ass on camera.
Nah, it looked like it was in the stomach.
Wherever it was.
Yeah, he had done that before.
Yeah, that wasn't the first.
He looked like he wasn't no amateur at that.
Hell no. And damn sure wasn't the last. Talking about he got some goddamn help.
Yeah, you need some help, brother.
Right.
And like, what do you get, a certificate at the end of that class? Like, they pass out like,
Right.
I don't know, man. It's a sad day.
Right.
When you see some shit like that out of somebody who could be out here passing on so much more greatness to the world for the platform that he's on and for all the things that he could accomplish.
Right.
You know, I hate when I see a lot of shit like this going across the airwaves because it's all negative fucking... It's negative standpoints to look at people by. And then in some cases, they get grouped in that whole situation. Like, you know, if he's like that, everybody's like that.
Right.
So that's just a negative look on the culture and the people that he represents as far as his family and everybody outside of that. So it's like, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad look.
Very, very, very bad look, bro.
And I think they put it out just because, like, because I think the LA County came out and said they can't do nothing about it. And I know the feds knew that, so I think the feds dropped that shit just so they can show Diddy in that light before they actually really go after him. This is just my opinion. I don't know. I don't have no facts or nothing, but like, I think they're gonna do something. He's gonna get some indictments, and I think they put that out there just to soil the water, so everybody's like, nobody's in outrage whenever they finally
or empathetic in his behalf.
Right. So when they finally get him, it's gonna be like, oh, everybody's gonna be with it. Right. So now they ain't really gotta, do no public relations or none of that shit because he done already fucked that up.
Right.
Yeah, Diddy, you fucked up, bro.
Yeah, she did, boy.
And it's for the whole world to see. That shit, I'll never forget watching that. And the wild shit is, I don't mean to keep bouncing around and shit, but I hear people blaming Cassie, like, which is crazy to me, man. Like,
she shouldn't have failed.
Not like she should have left. Like, do you not understand? Leaving. I mean, true that. I mean, but just they're saying she should have left the relationship a while ago. Right. But they have years of history together. You can't just pick up and leave when you've been with somebody for X amount of time. You know what I mean? I mean, like,
I don't know.
You can, but like, it's hard. It's not that easy.
Using you, that shit's easy as fuck.
You would think. You would think so.
Yeah, I'm on the fence on that a little bit because you would think, like, he's like, look, if you beat my ass, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But when you got a motherfucker that's as powerful as Diddy, and he's accused of like all of these unalivings and shit, you know what I'm saying?
These heinous acts.
Yeah, then it's like, can you really get away? But you gotta fucking try. Like, and in some ways, it's like, damn, just.
I mean, she
like,
did.
If he let you out of the house to go to the store, like, just keep going and shit. But
them cars
it's easier said than done. Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Tracking devices on all those cars.
Right. And he's already. They said he blew up Kid Cudi's car. So I mean, if he can do that shit, then like, where can you really go? So, but she eventually got out of there. So I don't know how she pulled that off. I don't know how she pulled that off or what she did to get out of there. And then she, shout out to Cassie for having the nuts to get in that nigga's pockets real quick before he went down.
Yeah.
Because she definitely did. And apparently she deserved that shit.
She set herself up for a nice little situation.
Right. Because they was talking $30 million was the first offer.
Right.
I bet you she got probably twice that on the next go round because he refused to pay that $30 million. She was like, you know what? Make it 60 now. And that motherfucker was like, here you go. I mean, cause like that, like, it was like over and done with as soon as it came out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
But the damage was done.
Mm-hmm.
So Diddy was too arrogant. You should have just paid that money.
Right.
You could have been whooping bitches' asses to the day. Fuck around, but I mean, you should have paid that money. You shouldn't have been so arrogant. But he probably been getting away with it for so long that it's like, I'm the shit. And then he don't realize, like, they don't really need you anymore, bro. Like, what do they need you for? When's the last time you made a hit? Like, who gives a shit what Diddy says for the last 5-10 years?
Right.
So I think they finally realized, like, what do we need this dude for? Get him out of here.
Let's not bringing nothing to the table.
Right, we got Jay-Z still.
Right, let's see. Here you go, bro.
We got Hove, so we ain't gotta.
He's been awful quiet.
I'm serious.
He's been awful quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
some deep waters, man.
Yeah, man.
Some deep waters, and there's sharks in them waters, and they're hungry.
And sharks got fangs. I said sharks got fangs. You dig? So it's rough out here, man.
Right.
All right, well, with that being said, listen, we're going to do this for y'all. We're going to come back at y'all next week. Same time, same location, but a whole new different message. Peace.
Peace. This shit been in everybody's head, rent free.
Hell yeah, that shit lives in mine.
I be walking around just saying this shit randomly.
BBL drip. Right there.
Got the best BBL in history. I know you see this glow up. BBL drip.
Word. Eat that shit.
BBL drip.
I knew this girl named Brenda. She was a straight pretender, ripping this shit like Cam. I don't give a damn. She ate oodles and noodles, and then she petted a poodle, and then she had a little kid. You know he drew and doodled. I don't care about these motherfucking Instagram models coming through drinking beer about the baby bottle, full throttle,
The baby pampers.
Yo. Oh, BBL, BBL.